Now, where does this initiative stand at the moment? Have we given up on seeking a UN ban on Masood Azhar? If so, what are we going to do about it going forward?
You see, I think it has. Sorry, thank you very much for your question. First of all, we have to see how the process works, and if you know that this was under the UNSCR 1267, you know that there are 15 members who are part of the UNSCR. I think for the last 2 times, one country was putting on a technical hold. This time, they have put a block. Our reaction to the block is already in the public domain. I think the decision to by a country to block a consensus should not be seen as an end in our anti or counter-terrorism efforts. What is important is that it does not in any way take away our resolve to fight terrorism. It does not.
All right, the Ministry of External Affairs, they're speaking about Maulana Masood Azhar, but they also reacted to the Republic exclusive on the students in Milan who had been mugged, who had said that they have been attacked, and that attack can be termed as a racial attack. Prema Sridevi, our editor who broke that story, is with us on the phone. So Prema, the Ministry of External Affairs formally reacting that this was a case of robbery, it was a crime. This is a matter that is being handled by our Consul General. We remain in close touch with the students. So all help extended to the students after you broke that story on Republic.
Well, exactly. That is a Republic TV impact. But if you also see, even earlier, the External Affairs Minister had also tweeted saying that the Consul General had met with the victims, and the Consul General is also trying to extend all support to the victims in Milan. But the fact here is the MEA so far has been maintaining that this is a case of mugging, but this is clearly not only a case of mugging, but this is also a case of racial attack, because we exposed the real story of those students when those students came on air and spoke about how they were assaulted. One victim said that he was racially attacked. There were abuses that were hurled at him. He was asked to leave the country. So if this is not a racial attack, then what is? But the fact is, of course, the MEA has taken this matter up with the Consul General in Milan, and the Consul General in Milan has met with the victims, and they are now trying to extend all the support to the victims.
Prema, your story, even the Foreign Minister reacted to it. She had sought a report from the Consul General in Milan. She later said that this is not a racial attack. This was a crime that has taken place. But the fact is, the Indian government reacted very swiftly, and the Consul General in Milan had actually gone to meet the students. They also put out an advisory assuring Indian students in Milan of any help if they have any problem whatsoever.
Well, yes, that has happened. In fact, immediately after our report on the racial attack on the students, as well as the case of mugging that happened and the case of assault that happened on another student, immediately after that, the Foreign Minister reacted to that story, and the Foreign Minister got in touch with the Consul General in Milan, and the Consul General in Milan met with the victims and extended all support to the victims. In fact, one of the victims was in need of medical aid and was also in need of financial assistance to undergo a surgery. So all that is being taken care of, as we understand, through our sources within the Ministry of External Affairs. But the fact is that so far, several days have passed since both these incidents. So far, the Italian authorities have still not been able to apprehend any of those perpetrators who were involved in both these attacks. One relating to the attack of one relating to assault, and the other relating to racial attack.
Right, Prema. Thanks very much for breaking that story. That story surely has had an impact, and help has also gone out to those students as a result.
You mentioned this is an Ashok Chakra battalion. A matter of great honor, because Ashok Chakra is equivalent to the Paramveer Chakra.
One of those rare battalions which has got an Ashok Chakra for gallantry, which is